All right, so like before we start, I just want to say that if you're expecting one of my typical like super highly scripted, very much edited, all say Christian Antoine original videos, this isn't gonna be that. uh, I might throw like music up in the background or something, but this ain't gonna be like a whole total review of Cosmic Fury or anything like that. Nothing crazy. So, if that's what you want, it's coming. I'm sorry this video ain't it. I encourage you to stay if you're interested in the subject matter, but if that's not what you're looking for, I totally get it. Algorithm be damned, analytics be damned. If you want to click off now, I totally get it. That choice is yours, and I fully respect your choice to leave if you need to. I know I just uploaded a video yesterday too, so it's weird. I normally don't upload this often or this consistent. Two times a week ain't gonna be like a normal thing on the channel. Don't expect that. But I just finished Cosmic Fury, and I have some thoughts going through my head. Nothing crazy. I'm being very dramatic about this. I'm being very dramatic over this whole situation. But I kind of just wanted to get on here and like share them. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this video, to be honest with you, because I'm a little worried like what I have to say might come off a little sad, or like I might be oversharing on the timeline. I don't know yet. We'll see where this video goes, but yeah, I have this weird feeling in the center of my chest, and I don't know how else to talk about it, and I don't feel like calling my therapist to talk about Power Rangers, but I figured that this is my best outlet if I want to get people who are also into Power Rangers to sort of relate to and listen. So I'd recommend you treat this video like a podcast more than anything. Maybe throw it up in the background if you want to have it in an extra tab while you scroll Twitter or like X, whatever. Feel free to do that. That's more than encouraged. This ain't gonna be super crazy. So I just finished Cosmic Fury, and let me give you the exact chain of events. I didn't just finish Cosmic Fury. So what I did is, giving you a timeline, I finished Cosmic Fury, and then very quickly after that, I got very uncomfortable being alone in my room, and I texted everyone on my phone, I just finished Power Rangers and I feel weird now. Those are my exact words. Like, I just finished Power Rangers and now I feel weird. I feel very weird right now. I have a very weird feeling, and I need to talk about it. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get to it. But I just finished Power Rangers and I feel weird. And then very quickly after that, I was like, okay, I just need to go for a drive. I can't be alone with my thoughts right now. So I need to drive and I need to talk. And as I was talking, I was like, damn, this make a fire video essay. But I don't know if I'm in the right mind space to really type it out right now. So it's probably best if I just drive and get it through. And then I was like, no, the emotions are very raw right now. Might not be a bad idea to film it. And I sort of went back and forth on it, back and forth, because I didn't know if it'd be too weirdly emotional for like the main channel type video. I don't know, or too weird or something. Who cares? And so I was like, okay, I might film it, I might not. And then I went to Walmart and I walked around Walmart for a little bit, and I left Walmart and I went to the neighboring GameStop across the street, or across the other end of the plaza. And in that GameStop, I found the entire new, let me see if I can get it on frame, an entire new wave of Lightning Collection figures. I haven't unboxed them or anything yet. I don't know if they're messed up. I don't know if there are any issues with this wave, but if there are, knock on wood, let's hope I don't get any. But so that told me two things right there. That really told me two things. The first of which being that I still don't have Ollie or Dino Thunder Black, and so I probably am gonna have to pay eBay prices for both of them, and I don't know how expensive they are, and I'm afraid to look it up. And the second thing is, I really want Ollie now. After watching Cosmic Fury, I really want an Ollie figure. But the second thing that told me was like, okay, maybe that's a sign. Maybe I should talk about this. So I'm talking about it. To be entirely honest with you, I've this is gonna be so embarrassing to admit out loud. This is gonna be really embarrassing to admit out loud. And I'm asking you not to judge me when I say this. But I think about Power Rangers every day. And that's a really vulnerable thing for me to admit out loud. I know there's like half of you that are watching this video like, damn, me too, dog, don't stress it. Given just the type of people that come to my channel, obviously based off the videos I upload, of course. But there's probably another half of you that are like, damn, bro, that's actually really sad. To each his own. It feels weird to say that out loud. To me, it feels kind of sad. Because it's like, I'm a 23-year-old man, and I spend I spend every day. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I spend every day thinking about this franchise. It is one of the things that I promise you, not a day has gone by without me thinking about it. At least briefly, for a moment. Not a day has gone by. And it's weird where it's at right now. I have a lot I want to say. I'm getting a little overzealous. My mind is racing. Let me just take a second. But it's weird, right? Because I think about this franchise every day. I love Sentai. I love Kamen Rider. I love some other interests I don't talk about on here. Ninja Turtles, Pokemon. I love Pokemon and Ninja Turtles, but I don't find myself thinking about those things as much as I think about the Power Rangers. But now, like, I finished Cosmic Fury, and like, it's over. It's done. Like, the show is more or less, the show is done. Power Rangers is over. Like it's not. I know there's like this whole talk about like the reboot and all this that, but like for all intents and purposes, the main continuity is over. As of right now, we have no idea. It's assumed done. There's not going to be anything in 2024. If there is, it's a reboot. So no matter how you really look at it, it's over. You know, either the main continuity is over, or, you know, either the main continuity is over and there's going to be a reboot next year, or like the franchise is done. No matter how you look at it, those are our only two outcomes that we see as of right now for the foreseeable future. I made a whole video on it. And I wasn't really emotional about it then, partly because for the past like decade or so, I haven't really liked the show. I love Power Rangers, but I've had this weird love-hate relationship with it where I'm like, I love this show. I want it to be good so badly. And every year, it always finds a way to disappoint me. And there was a point around like Ninja Steel, Beast Morphers era where I was like, okay, even Dino Fury a little bit, where I was like, we can just end it. It's never going to be as good as it was. Maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it's whatever. I am never going to like this series as much as I did the first time I watched it when I was a child, and I just accepted that. But then Once and Always came out. And it was like this fun little nostalgia trip, and it was dope. It had some references, it had some cute things for the fans. It was a really dope celebration of 30 years of the franchise, and it was great. It was great. And I was like, okay, that was cool. If whatever it is whatever it is. And leading up to Cosmic Fury, I was kind of hoping it'd be Once and Always-esque, because Once and Always left a really good taste in my mouth. But, there were some choices I didn't like Zato being demoted. I love that we have a female Red Ranger. I love that we have a woman as a Red Ranger. I love that we have a woman as a lead. I just don't think... Timing is everything. Timing is everything. And I don't think this was the right time for it, necessarily. But that's a discussion for a different day. There were some other choices that I wasn't super excited about. I've been pretty public with it before. I'm not the biggest fan of Simon Bennett as a person. If you've been on Twitter, you know why. He's kind of changed up his image a little bit, though. So things have changed. But I wasn't super excited for Cosmic Fury. I thought it wasn't going to be good. I really didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. And so I just finished Cosmic Fury. I keep saying that. And it was great. It was great. It ended the franchise in such a great way. Like, it was such a great way to end the franchise. There's just so much that is great about it. All the characters feel necessary and like they had something to do. Like, they all had individual arcs and stories. Every single episode felt like it mattered. Everything about it was amazing. Amazing. It was a good show. It ended Power Rangers in such a great way. There were so many references and things and loose ends sort of wrapped up. That line about New Tech City, like dead, like this queued up. That was all you needed. That one line, that queued up all of SPD. All of SPD makes sense now. If this is in 2023, 2 years go by, the alien migrants, or whatever you want to put them, they're still in New Tech City. It makes sense why New Tech City is a little more in like lower economic standing, like, because it's these aliens are like war refugees. Like, it cues that up perfectly. It just did so many things right. And for so long, I've been telling myself that I'm so ready for this franchise to end. Just kill it. Screw Power Rangers. I'm done with it. But now I really like it. Like, I like Power Rangers again. Like, for so long, I've been trying to convince myself, like, this show has had me by the balls for years. My whole life. And I fell so out of love with it, to the point where I was trying to convince myself that I still like it for years, and I gave up, and now I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, like, I love Power Rangers again. I love Power Rangers again, and I didn't think I would be able to say that in 2023. I didn't think I could say that. And now it's just gone. And I'm low-key, this is going to sound so sad. I maybe should be saving this for my therapist. But I'm low-key having like an identity crisis over this. Because it's like, I think about this show every day, right, every day. Since it's the one thing, it is the one thing in my life that has been consistent, and I am damn near in tears right now. Might be the thumbnail, I don't know. But it's been the one thing in my life that's been consistent my entire life. I knew every single year there is going to be a new there's going to be a new series of Power Rangers, a new team of Rangers. Maybe every other year there'd be a new team, but a new season would come out at the very least. And there'd be new Zords and X, Y, and Z. And now I know next year is coming, and that's not going to be the case, or it's very unlikely that's going to be the case. I'm never going to say never anymore, I guess, but it's very unlikely that's going to be the case. But it's been around my entire life. I think about it every day. And now it's just, yeah, I've been wrestling so hard with like wanting to like it again, and now it's just gone. I'm gonna lose so much street cred if I cry on camera. I'm not going to cry over this. It's a kid show. I'm not gonna dismiss my emotions. I'm sad. I'm really sad. Because for so long I thought I wasn't gonna like this show again. For so long I thought this show was like done. And now it's just over. It's just over. Like, yeah, it ended on a high note, but it's like, I've been alive for 23 years. Power Rangers has been around that entire time. Power Rangers has been around my entire life. Some of my earliest memories have to do with this show. And there's a good chance it's not going to come back like this. They may reboot it. But it's not going to be like this. It's never going to be like this again. And that makes me feel weird. Because, like, it's the one thing that's been consistent for so long. And now it's just gone. And I feel like I'm kind of talking in circles right now for the past 2 minutes or so, but... Oh, dude, I'm not sniffling right now. It's gone. But they couldn't have ended it better. If the franchise ended with Megaforce, I wouldn't be feeling this way. I'd be like, sayonara, good riddance. If the franchise ended with Samurai, I wouldn't be feeling this way. With Ninja Steel, with Beast Morphers, I wouldn't be feeling like this. Even Dino Fury, I wouldn't be feeling like this if you told me that the show was done a year ago. But I feel like for so long the franchise has been struggling to recapture that like middle ground that was perfectly done in space or in the Disney era, that later first Saban era. It's struggled for so long to hit that tone, that sense of balance for like adults, maybe not even adults, but a more mature audience and like kids. And it's been struggling for so long, and I feel like we finally have like let go of these shackles that have been holding the franchise back for so long. And now that that's happened, it's done. We're never going back to this continuity. This continuity is done. But here's the thing is like, do I want to go back? You gave me everything I wanted. You gave me this big climactic story. You gave me this big climactic story that included all the Rangers. You know, we saw them battling off screen, but all the Rangers were involved. It was knowledgeable and you know, made reference to the greater canon. It, you know, spoilers, potentially brought back the ghost of Zordon in a way that didn't feel lame or corny or like forced. It, you know, it set up SPD. It did so many things right. We finally, like, you know, this is like the perfect way to end it. This is the perfect way to end it. So do I want it to keep going even? It's weird. It's weird. It's a lot of weird things. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm having this like low key. I think I mentioned this a second or two ago. I don't remember it, but like I'm having like a low key identity crisis about it because it's like so much of this is gonna be really sad to admit. Wow. Oh, I'm gonna say this out loud. I'm going to say this out loud. I want you to know I'm not proud of what I'm about to say out loud. Let me take a drink of water so I can figure out if I really want to say this out loud. Actually, I think it's pretty obvious. So much of my personality is soaked in this franchise. You know, so much of me, who I am, is soaked in this franchise. This show taught me my morals growing up. You know, in every single friend group I've been in since I was in high school, I've been the one who likes Power Rangers. You know, I've been that friend that likes Power Rangers. Oh, Christian, he likes Power Rangers. You know, I've been, you know, I've seen every. Maybe some of y'all can relate to this, but like your non-Power Rangers friends, do they send you every single fucking Power Rangers meme they see? Do they do that? I promise you, I have like anytime a new like mainstream Power Rangers meme or like funny video comes out, 6 people send it to me. 6 people send it to me and are like, bro, you would love this. And I sometimes I just don't have the heart to tell them like, damn, I've saw 5 other people already sent me this. We're losing the plot. We're losing the plot. But like, yeah, it's like it's so much of my personality is drenched in this show that I'm kind of sitting here that like, okay, now that's over. You think about this every day. It's over now. There's nothing to say I don't have to think about it every day still, but like, what now? You know, without this franchise, for all intents and purposes, is gone. Little thought experiment here. This franchise, for all intents and purposes, is gone. It's done. It's over. What am I without it? You know, and this is a multi-layered question because I have an entire YouTube channel about it. Yeah, I talk about Sentai and Kamen Rider, but like Power Rangers is my love. Like I love Power Rangers. I love Power Rangers, and it's, you know, what, like, you take away that and you take away this YouTube channel, you know, because like I feel like it's so easy to be like, okay, I don't have Power Rangers, but I'm still a YouTuber. Your entire YouTube channel is about that. You take that away, what am I? What is Christian without Power Rangers? And that's a weird thing to say out loud. And I know there are people who are laughing at this video right now. I know there are people who are sitting in a basement somewhere laughing so hard at this video right now. But you know, it's something I have to ask myself. You know, to be fully personal on the channel, like I've been in therapy recently. I've been figuring out a lot of shit about myself. I've been going through I haven't been going through anything crazy. Nothing traumatic's happened, but like I've been going through a little bit more of a self-discovery journey. I've kind of been picking up some pieces of like who I am. And I feel like there's another step in the process, low key. But it's just weird to think that like this show was the most consistent thing in my life, my entire life. And next year is gonna come and go, and there's gonna be no Power Rangers. There's gonna be no new series, no new Lightning figures. It's just over. And it's a little shameful to admit how much of myself I put into this, but it's had such a big impact on me. It's hard not to invest so much of myself into this show. I'm gonna wrestle with posts in this video. I feel like I got very it may be a little depressing, but a while back I posted a video like Power Rangers is dead. And in that video I covered a lot of the facts. I covered a lot of what is factually happening. Factually, this is what's going on. That was the purpose of that video, but what I excluded from it was a lot of like my personal feelings on that. And I don't know if that video would be better without them, but to be honest, I don't think I had personal feelings on it until now. Because it's just now hitting me. I don't know what a year without Power Rangers looks like. I've never experienced that. I've never gone a day without thinking about this franchise. I feel like this term gets thrown around a lot, but like it's a comfort show for me. I have a lot of comfort in this show. And with it gone, it's kind of like taking away that security blanket, you know? Like I am an adult now. I graduated college a little over a year ago now. I started working a adult job. I'm doing all the adult things. I'm a grown man. I guess I'm a grown man. I guess. I pay rent. But it's over. I get the fear now. I get the anxiety that comes with knowing that like this show isn't going to be around. I understand why so many people are in denial over the fact that we're not going to get a show next year. I get that now. And I don't want to get it. It's just like an empty, sinking feeling in my chest that's just like, it's gone. It's not gone. The show isn't erased. There's 30 seasons I could go back and rewatch right now if I wanted to, but like it's not that it's gone. It's not erased. That's the thing. It's not gone. It's just not the same anymore. A reboot is planned. Like a reboot can come. Like it's more than likely there will be a reboot. I don't know if it's in 2024 or 25 or 26. A reboot can still come. but it's not the same anymore. I don't know how to end this video. I wish I could wrap this all up nicely and neatly and put a bow on it and like just be like, you know, this is the takeaway. That's one thing, is I've been trying to be a lot less precious, if I could be totally transparent, since now we're about 30 deep into it. You know, I've been trying to be a little less precious about the videos. I always feel like there needs to be like this is a battle I've been having for years. For years, I've been having this battle of like thinking every video needs to be perfect and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, what am I? What am I without Power Rangers? What am I without this YouTube channel? What am I? Why is this all being sparked by fucking Cosmic Fury? These are questions I can't answer. But I really don't know if I'm going to post this video. I'd love to talk about it in the comments if you are seeing this video. I might plug this. It's too long to. I might tag this at the end of the Cosmic Fury video if I have like a formal video for it. If this ain't at the end of a Cosmic Fury video, then a Cosmic Fury video is coming. I'm working on it. I guess I'll just do the normal YouTuber BS, you know, recommend a video for you right here or whatever. I want you to know that, like, you know, I stopped asking for likes at the end of videos or like asking people to subscribe because, like, A, I feel like it's corny, and B, I feel like if you really wanted to, you'd do it anyways. If he'd wanted to, he'd do it, you know, that type of thing. But also, like, you know, when I recommend the video at the end, obviously it's a whole YouTuber plug analytic shtick, and obviously it'd be great for the channel if you click on those videos. Be phenomenal for the channel if you click on those end screen videos. And you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, whatever. But you know, the reason why I do that and the other stuff is because it's a genuine, more often than not, it's a genuine recommendation. Because you know, that's why I always try to choose like specific videos too, like specific like ones, because then it's like, okay, if you like the video that you just watched, it's me telling you, like, here's another video that I think you'd like. Like, if you watch this video all the way through, obviously you feel like you have a sort of, I might have just hit the mic. You obviously feel some type of way about Power Rangers ending, or you may feel weird about the future of the franchise, blah, blah, blah. So here's another video that I did. It's going to come up in a few seconds, I don't know. But about that same general sort of topic, it's a video I did where I talked to a bunch of people about what the future of the franchise looks like, and it's a lot of factual stuff. But you know, it's the same sort of vein, long form thing. It's the same sort of video. It's the same sort. It's one video to another, right? But the reason why I do that is because it is a genuine recommendation. Like, I'm not just saying it just to say it. I am, because obviously, yeah, I'm playing the YouTuber game, I guess. It is. I want you to know that it is an honest recommendation, I guess. I don't want it to come off. I feel like a lot of my videos have felt a little sterile recently. We're losing the plot. I worry my videos got a little too sterile, and I lost a lot of like my person. I feel like a lot of my personality doesn't really come through as much as it used to in my newer videos. Sometimes, some videos more so than others, but you know, I guess that's the reason I upload this video, right? Shit, I think I just convinced myself to upload this. But yeah, no. Here's a video I did, and it's an honest, genuine recommendation on Power Rangers being over and the objective facts of what we know. And outside of that, thank you for watching this video. And there will be a Cosmic Fury video soon. There may be a King Eldra video soon. It depends on if I catch up this weekend or not. And I will talk to you next time I upload, whenever that is. Thanks for being here. Genuinely, I really if this isn't gonna be scripted, I really appreciate you for watching. A lot of the more recent videos have been doing really well. This past year has been better than any year before on the channel, by and large. And I just thank you. Thanks for that. Thanks for coming back. If you've checked out the other videos and you came back for this one, thank you. If this is your first time and you watch it all the way through, I encourage you to come around if you choose to. I encourage you to keep coming around, but and if you choose to, I really appreciate it. You know, I'm not like a crazy big successful channel, even in terms of the niche. I'm not, but it's dope to see people keep coming back. I know I don't always respond to every comment, but I try to, and don't think that those of you who comment on multiple videos, don't think that I don't notice. It's hard to respond to everything, but don't think that I don't notice and really honestly genuinely appreciate it when I see the same names popping up over and over again. That means a lot. So again, thanks for watching.